Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about one of the most empowering ideas you could ever embrace. It's simple, but transformative. It's the kind of thought that, when adopted fully, can propel you toward greatness. Focus on yourself and do it for yourself. In a world that constantly demands your attention, pulls you in every direction, and tries to tell you who you should be, the most radical thing you can do is stop for a moment, step back, and think, what do I truly want? Investing in your growth is one of the most powerful choices you can make for yourself. Growth is not just about learning new skills or gaining more knowledge, though those things matter. It's about a continuous, intentional process of becoming the best version of yourself, inside and out. It's about setting aside time, energy, and resources to nurture your mind, body, and soul, regardless of the external distractions or expectations that may come your way. This commitment to your own development should be seen as an ongoing investment, one that pays dividends not only in terms of personal fulfillment, but also in the strength it builds to navigate life's challenges. To truly invest in yourself, you must first understand the importance of self-awareness. This is the foundation of all growth. When you know yourself, your strengths, weaknesses, values, and desires, you become empowered to make decisions that align with your authentic self. This means being honest with yourself about where you are right now and where you want to be in the future. Without this clarity, it's easy to get lost in the noise of other people's opinions or in the constant pressure to meet external expectations. But when you focus inward, you become more attuned to what truly matters to you, and this allows you to make better choices for your own growth. Investing in your growth also means being willing to step outside of your comfort zone. Personal growth rarely happens when you're sitting in a place of comfort. Growth requires challenges, and challenges come with discomfort. The willingness to face these challenges head on is essential. It's about putting yourself in situations where you are forced to stretch your capabilities, learn from mistakes, and face failure with resilience. When you step beyond what is easy or familiar, you open yourself up to new experiences that shape you, expanding your limits and deepening your understanding of what you're capable of. This process might not always feel good in the moment, but it's precisely these moments that push you to evolve in ways that make you stronger and more resourceful. Moreover, investing in your growth requires patience and consistency. It's not a one-time effort, but a lifelong commitment. Just like you wouldn't expect a single deposit to make you rich, you can't expect one single act of growth to radically transform your life. True progress takes time, and the more consistent you are in your efforts, the more you'll see the results. This consistency is often where most people falter. The world is full of distractions, and it's easy to get sidetracked by immediate pleasures or instant gratification. But the most successful individuals are those who are able to focus on long-term results and prioritize the actions that move them closer to their goals, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant those actions may seem in the moment. Additionally, when you invest in yourself, you begin to prioritize your own well-being. This includes your mental and emotional health as much as your physical health. It means taking time to reflect, to meditate, or to simply disconnect from the noise around you. It also means developing the emotional intelligence to understand your own feelings and reactions. This self-awareness allows you to make better decisions, build stronger relationships, and navigate life's ups and downs with grace and resilience. Emotional and mental health are often overlooked in the pursuit of external achievements, but they are equally important to your overall growth. By nurturing your mind and heart, you ensure that your growth is sustainable and meaningful in the long run. Lastly, when you invest in yourself, you cultivate a sense of self-worth. You begin to understand that your growth is valuable, not just because it benefits you personally, but because it enables you to contribute positively to the world around you. The more you grow, the more you have to offer to others, whether it's through your knowledge, your energy, or the example you set. Your growth becomes a ripple effect, inspiring and empowering those around you to do the same. Investing in yourself isn't just about making your life better. It's about raising the standard for what is possible for everyone who interacts with you. Embracing your uniqueness is the key to unlocking your full potential. Far too often we get caught up in comparing ourselves to others, measuring our worth against the achievements, experiences, and characteristics of those around us. Society often pushes us into molds of behavior, appearance, success, and even personality that aren't designed with our individual gifts in mind. When we spend too much time trying to fit into someone else's mold, we lose sight of what makes us truly special and capable of greatness. To truly thrive, we must first embrace the uniqueness that resides within us. Every person on this planet is different. There's no one-size-fits-all formula for success, happiness, or fulfillment. Your strengths, quirks, perspectives, and experiences are completely yours, and they are what set you apart from everyone else. The things that make you different are often the very things that will allow you to create your own path and make an impact in ways no one else can. Understanding this is the first step to stepping into your full power. When you acknowledge your uniqueness, you release yourself from the burden of comparison. You stop worrying about whether you measure up to others and start focusing on how you can best use your own talents, perspectives, and abilities to create the life you want. To embrace your uniqueness, you must stop trying to be someone you're not. It's easy to fall into the trap of imitation, especially in a world where social media and popular culture constantly bombard us with images of what we should look like or what we should be doing. But the truth is, there is no one who can be you as well as you can. The skills, talents, and perspectives that you bring to the table are unlike anyone else's. When you try to fit into someone else's box, you deny the world the opportunity to experience the gifts that only you can offer. The journey to success and fulfillment becomes a process of discovering who you truly are, free from the limitations placed on you by others' opinions and standards. It's also important to understand that embracing your uniqueness isn't just about celebrating your strengths, it's also about accepting and learning from your weaknesses. None of us are perfect, and trying to hide or ignore our flaws only limits our growth. By accepting the full spectrum of who we are, we can work to improve ourselves where necessary without feeling the need to change who we are fundamentally. The key is to approach our weaknesses with compassion and curiosity rather than judgment or shame. We must recognize that our weaknesses don't define us. They are simply areas of our lives that we can grow in. Accepting ourselves as we are without feeling the pressure to conform to someone else's version of success or perfection is one of the most liberating things we can do. When you embrace your uniqueness, you also embrace your personal power. Your individuality is a source of strength, not weakness. By fully owning who you are, you can create opportunities that are aligned with your true self. You no longer have to compete in someone else's race. Instead, you can design your own course. The world has a place for your perspective, your contributions, and your creativity. But it can only truly make space for you when you stop hiding and start fully inhabiting your unique self. Many people, however, fear embracing their uniqueness because they fear rejection or criticism. We all want to be accepted and loved, and sometimes that means trying to fit in or meet the expectations of others. But the truth is, true acceptance comes when we show up as our authentic selves, flaws and all. When you stop pretending to be someone you're not, you open the door for others who resonate with your real self to step in and connect. These are the people who will support and uplift you. Those who are attracted to your true self will be the ones who truly value you, not just for your achievements or your persona, but for who you are at your core. Living authentically and embracing your uniqueness doesn't mean you'll always be understood or agreed with. In fact, there will be moments when you feel misunderstood or out of place. But those moments are often the very ones that signal growth and the need to stay true to your path. Every time you choose to honor your unique self, you become stronger, more confident, and more aligned with the life you are meant to live. It is only when you stop imitating others and start expressing your true essence that you can truly make a difference in the world. The more you embrace who you are, the the more you empower yourself to rise above challenges, break through limitations, and achieve things that may have once seemed impossible. Prioritizing your well-being is not just an act of self-care, it's a foundational element of a successful and fulfilling life. Too often we become so wrapped up in our responsibilities, goals, and the expectations of others that we neglect the most important asset we have, ourselves. We run on autopilot, going from one task to the next, sacrificing our health, mental peace, and emotional stability along the way. But real growth and success stem from a place of balance, and to reach your full potential, you must first take care of your mind, body, and spirit. Your well-being encompasses more than just physical health. It includes emotional, mental, and spiritual wellness. When these areas are in harmony, they create the energy and drive needed to pursue your goals with focus, creativity, and resilience. Neglecting any of these aspects, however, can quickly derail your progress. For example, if you push your body too hard without rest, you risk burnout. If your mental health is compromised, it becomes harder to think clearly, make decisions, or stay motivated. If your emotions are out of balance, stress, anxiety, or frustration can easily cloud your judgment. That's why prioritizing your well-being requires a holistic approach, ensuring that every facet of your life is nurtured and supported. Physical health is often the most obvious area to address, but it is by no means the only one that matters. Taking care of your body through exercise, nutrition, and rest is crucial for maintaining the energy levels you need to perform at your best. When you're physically well, you have the stamina to tackle your daily tasks, the strength to face challenges, and the vitality to stay engaged in your passions. It's easy to neglect physical well-being in a fast-paced world, but it's important to remember that without a healthy body, your capacity to achieve anything, let alone pursue your dreams, diminishes significantly. Consistent movement, proper nutrition, and enough sleep are fundamental to maintaining physical and mental energy, so make time to prioritize them every day. However, mental and emotional health are equally critical. The mind is a powerful tool, and when it's overloaded with stress, negative self-talk, or unresolved emotions, it becomes harder to focus, think creatively, or make sound decisions. Mental health is often overlooked in the pursuit of success, with many believing that pushing through mental exhaustion or emotional overwhelm is a sign of strength. In reality, ignoring your mental and emotional well-being only leads to burnout, anxiety, and diminished performance. Taking the time to rest your mind, reflect, and practice mindfulness or meditation can greatly enhance clarity and focus. It's equally important to set boundaries, learn to say no when needed, and create space for relaxation and self-reflection. Emotional well-being involves understanding and managing your emotions in a healthy way. Life is full of ups and downs, and while it's impossible to control everything, we do have the power to control how we respond to the challenges we face. Being in tune with your emotions means acknowledging them, allowing yourself to feel them, and understanding their root causes. Emotional intelligence gives you the ability to navigate through stress, conflict, and uncertainty with grace and calm. It also means recognizing when you need support, whether that's talking to a friend, seeking professional help, or simply taking time for yourself to recharge. Investing in your emotional well-being strengthens your ability to maintain a positive outlook, face adversity, and stay aligned with your long-term goals. Spiritual health, although more abstract, plays a vital role in overall well-being. Regardless of religious or spiritual beliefs, nurturing a sense of purpose and connection to something greater than yourself can be a powerful source of strength. Spiritual well-being provides a foundation for resilience, helping you stay grounded during times of uncertainty or difficulty. It allows you to connect with your inner self, guiding you toward greater peace, clarity, and self-acceptance. This connection can be cultivated through practices such as meditation, journaling, spending time in nature, or engaging in activities that foster a sense of inner peace and purpose. Ultimately, prioritizing your well-being means recognizing that you are your most valuable asset. When you take care of yourself, physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, you build a strong foundation upon which you can pursue your goals and dreams. You cannot pour from an empty cup, And if you fail to nurture your well-being, you will quickly find yourself drained and unable to continue the journey toward your fullest potential. By committing to your own self-care, you create the space and energy to fully engage with life, make an impact, and thrive in ways that will allow you to achieve not just success, but true fulfillment. Pushing through obstacles is a crucial part of any journey towards success, growth, or self-discovery. Life, by its nature, is filled with challenges. And these challenges often come at the most unexpected times. They test our resilience, our commitment, and our willingness to keep moving forward. But obstacles are not the end of the road. They are simply a part of the process. How we respond to them shapes the path we take and the person we become. It's easy to get discouraged when faced with setbacks. But it's in these very moments that our true strength is revealed. The first step to pushing through obstacles is understanding that challenges are a natural part of life. No one is exempt from difficulties, no matter how successful they seem. Every person who has ever achieved something meaningful has faced obstacles along the way. The difference between those who succeed and those who falter often lies in how they handle these obstacles. Some see challenges as roadblocks, while others view them as the key is shifting your mindset. Instead of focusing on how difficult the situation is, focus on what you can learn from it, how you can adapt, and how it will ultimately help you grow. Every obstacle you face provides an opportunity to build resilience, develop new skills, and become more resourceful. Resilience is essential when pushing through obstacles. It's the ability to bounce back from adversity, to keep going even when the path ahead seems uncertain or difficult. Resilience isn't something that comes naturally to everyone, but it can be developed over time through practice. Each time you face a setback and choose to keep going, you build your capacity for resilience. It's about maintaining a positive outlook in the face of difficulty and refusing to let the challenges define you. Resilience comes from the belief that no matter what happens, you can handle it. It's knowing that you have the inner strength and resources to overcome whatever comes your way. Another critical element of overcoming obstacles is perseverance. Success rarely comes easily, and the road to achieving your goals is often long and winding. There will be times when progress seems slow, when you feel like you're giving everything you have, but still not getting the results you want. During these moments, it's important to remember that perseverance is key. It's the ability to keep going even when things seem impossible. Perseverance is about putting one foot in front of the other, even on days when you feel tired, discouraged, or unsure. It's about staying the course, even when the finish line feels far out of reach. The most successful people are often the ones who didn't give up when things got tough. They kept moving forward, even when they faced adversity. One of the most powerful ways to push through obstacles is by embracing failure as part of the journey. Failure is often viewed negatively, but it's actually one of the most valuable teachers you'll encounter. Every failure provides feedback showing you what didn't work and what you can do differently next time. Rather than seeing failure as a setback, view it as an opportunity to learn and grow. Each time you fail, you gain insight into what needs to change or what needs to be improved. This mindset shift allows you to take setbacks in stride, knowing that they are simply stepping stones to success. When you stop fearing failure, you give yourself the freedom to try, to experiment, and to take risks. This willingness to fail, to learn from mistakes, and to keep going is what ultimately leads to success. Support from others can also be crucial in overcoming obstacles. While pushing through challenges is ultimately a personal journey, you don't have to face everything alone. Surrounding yourself with a strong support network, whether that's friends, family, mentors, or peers, can provide the encouragement and perspective you need to keep going. When things get tough, having people who believe in you, who remind you of your strengths, and who offer guidance can make all the difference. It's important to lean on others when you need it and to remember that seeking help is not a sign of weakness, but a recognition of the collective strength that comes from community. Finally, it's essential to practice patience and self-compassion as you push through obstacles. Growth doesn't happen overnight and success is rarely immediate. It's easy to become frustrated when things don't go as planned, but patience is a powerful tool. Understand that setbacks are temporary and progress takes time. Be kind to yourself during challenging times and allow yourself the space to feel discouraged or frustrated without letting those feelings define you. By practicing self-compassion, you give yourself permission to keep going, to try again, and to trust the process. Believing in yourself is the cornerstone of all achievement, and it's the driving force behind every success story. So often we are taught to seek validation from others, to look for approval from society, family, or peers before we take any significant steps toward our goals. We live in a world that constantly measures our worth based on external factors, grades, income, appearances, or accolades. While these things can be important, they are not the true indicators of our potential. The most powerful tool you have at your disposal is the belief that you are capable, that you can achieve what you set your mind to, and that your dreams are valid. This belief is what fuels action, perseverance, and progress. When you believe in yourself, you give yourself permission to take risks, to step out of your comfort zone, and to pursue goals that others might think are too big or unrealistic. Without this self-belief, you will always hold back, second-guessing your decisions, and wondering if you're good enough to succeed. However, belief in yourself isn't something that magically appears overnight. It's built over time through consistent effort, small wins, and a mindset shift. It starts with trusting your abilities, acknowledging your strengths, and learning to view challenges as opportunities for growth. Even when things don't go as planned, self-belief allows you to remain resilient, to understand that setbacks are just part of the journey and that they don't define your ability to succeed. One of the most important aspects of believing in yourself is recognizing your worth regardless of external opinions. Society often tells us that we need to meet certain standards to be deemed worthy of success, recognition, or love. But the truth is, your worth is inherent. It does not fluctuate based on what others think of you or how well you perform in a particular area. When you accept that your worth is not tied to your achievements or external validation, you free yourself from the need for constant approval. You begin to trust that you are enough just as you are and that everything you need to succeed is already inside of you. This internal validation is far more powerful than anything anyone else could provide because it is anchored in the understanding that you are worthy of pursuing your dreams and living your truth. Another aspect of self-belief is the courage to take action, even in the face of fear. Fear is a natural part of the process when you step outside of your comfort zone and try something new. But it's also important to understand that fear is not a sign of weakness or inability. Fear is simply a signal that you are on the verge of growth. It's telling you that what you are about to do matters, that it is outside of the ordinary, and that it has the potential to lead you to something greater. When you believe in yourself, you understand that fear doesn't have to hold you back. Instead, it becomes the fuel that propels you forward. You acknowledge the fear, but you don't let it control you. You choose to move through it, to act anyway, and to trust that you have the resilience to handle whatever comes your way. Believing in yourself also means trusting the process. Success is rarely instantaneous, and the road to achieving your goals can be long, winding, and full of obstacles. It's easy to get discouraged when things don't happen as quickly as you'd like, or when you face unexpected challenges. But when you believe in yourself, you understand that patience is a key component of success. You trust that your efforts are leading you toward the results you desire, even if they aren't immediately visible. This patience doesn't mean passivity. It means staying committed to your goals, continuing to take action, and having faith that the steps you are taking are leading you to the place you want to be. When you believe in yourself, you trust that your hard work will eventually pay off, even if it takes time. Moreover, belief in yourself is essential for overcoming the doubts and criticisms that will inevitably arise along the way. There will always be people who question your decisions, challenge your abilities, or tell you that your goals are unrealistic. But when you believe in yourself, you are not swayed by the opinions of others. You learn to trust your own judgment and stay focused on your vision even when others can't see it. It's in these moments that self-belief is most critical because it keeps you moving forward when everything else around you might be telling you to stop. Belief in yourself is the inner strength that allows you to shut out the noise and stay aligned with your purpose. At its core, believing in yourself is about confidence, resilience, and trust in your ability to create the life you desire. When you cultivate self-belief, you empower yourself to take risks, overcome obstacles, and keep going no matter what. It's a mindset that turns challenges into opportunities, setbacks into lessons, and dreams into reality.